What's up, everybody? It is Saturday, right? Yeah, I think something like that. I will be streaming Mac only stream though, actually at 4 p.m. Central today, Saturday, as I usually do. So if you all remember, you'll be able to get into those. Today's video, we're going to talk about something that I've talked about before. A lot of people have alluded to before. Sometimes it has even been admitted, then they go back on it, then they admit it again. And Toronto Public Health official Twitter, blue check marked out of their mind, right? So their official Twitter posted this. And this is a direct response to a question where someone was actually asking legitimate questions like, I'd like to understand why you are instructing the media to record any death as a COVID death, even if the death was caused by unrelated conditions, reasons, according to doctors. Toronto Public Health says individuals who have died with COVID-19, but not as a result of COVID-19, are included in the case counts for COVID-19 deaths in Toronto. Hopefully they do not delete this, but here I'm showing it to you now. They sent this off 3 days ago, and I just now saw it. Somebody brought it to my attention. I think this is happening in pockets around the world, and this is in Toronto, but I'm sure it's happening in our country as well. I believe other spots have admitted it as well. Then we have to ask why exactly they're doing it. Everybody puts their tinfoil hat on in this regard because it's putting people in fear. When you sit up here and know that the media is triggering this response out of people that has people just being very dramatic about this virus. And it is a virus that can kill. And I'm not making this video to say that it's not real or something like that. There are always going to be those weirdos who act like I'm saying that. I'm certainly not saying that it can't kill you. It won't kill most people. That's a fact. But I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. What I'm saying is when you look at cases, they talk about cases rising. They talk about people being included in these numbers, death tolls and so forth. But then you have people of major cities like Toronto. And I'm not sure what Toronto's death tally is as far as the numbers. But if we assume that this is happening in other places throughout the world, you can imagine that there are deaths, obviously. How many, we don't really know, that are being included, obviously, that they were not caused by, they may have had it, but it either was not proven not to be caused by this virus, or they don't know, at least yet, and they can just confirm that that's possibly the case without actually ever confirming scientifically that this was the case, that person died because of this triggered a reaction out of them and caused some sort of complication that caused them to die. Tinfoil hat. This is why I think that conspiracies in this regard, when it comes to this, when you consider the timing of all of this, when you consider the reaction, which is unlike anything really we've ever seen in human history, recent human history, as far as just complete shutdowns, bandwagon effect of a virus that is infectious, but it's not nearly as deadly as what it was even initially anticipated. But they still act as if this is the case, though we know for facts that as far as you look at like the infected fatality rate, it is severely low, like very, very low, like close to 99%. You know what I'm saying? As far as survival rate, that is. And we do know exactly who is vulnerable. We know that. We've long confirmed that. We knew that before it even got here. We knew that there was a more vulnerable demographic. And it was always silly to treat every single age and health demographic, which I've done many videos over the course of the last 3 months. But treat every health and age demographic like we're the same is so crazy. But it makes you think, why are they doing this? Aside from, and I know that there's cases like in America where you have, depending on what deaths how many deaths they have. Certain hospitals and stuff to get funding due to whatever bills have been passed. I know that that's the case. But aside from that, and that's just pure evil, by the way, if that's why they're doing it. But aside from that, I mean, unless you're just purposely trying to mislead people and strike fear of them, there's no reason to do this. There's no reason to include deaths that weren't from it. And this guy responded to a person that was specifically referencing deaths that had been confirmed by doctors. It was unrelated. The virus was unrelated. Even though they may have had it, it was necessarily unrelated to what may have killed them, but they're including these numbers. So that's a spit in the face. This is why I think people have got to take the numbers with a grain of salt, not to say that there aren't people dying. Maybe not to even say that there aren't more people dying because this exists. What I'm saying is that they're cooking the books. The numbers are inflated, and they're admitting this. Yeah, we're supposed to sit here as they preach doom and gloom. We're supposed to sit here and not criticize them for this. Oh, we don't care about people. We want people to die in the event that we question some of the methods when we know that this is what they're admitting to. But we're supposed to treat everything that they do as if it's not politically motivated. People act as if doctors and health officials can't be politically motivated, and everything they say is just gospel. No scientists disagree with each other or anything like that. And we're supposed to do everything that they say, especially when we know, and it's being confirmed in a lot of places, that they're cooking the books. I really encourage people to sit here and reassess. If you've been one of those that have been preaching doom and gloom, I encourage you to actually reassess that notion. I don't know what it is about this fear porn or why y'all want such an apocalyptic virus when it's everything but that. It's a virus that'll kill people. It's pandemic. It's spreading, but it's not killing on touch or anything like that. And it's just, it's not what you guys have made it out to be. And when you consider something like this and things that have been confirmed all around the country or the world more so, as far as people cooking their books with the numbers, we have every right to question that. You should question it. And it's just, the more this can get kicked down the road. I just did a video about the somehow that, according to studies, right, the virus has avoided all of these mass protests that have been going around actually really around the world, Western world at least. Somehow it's avoiding that, but you can't go to the bar or snorkel in the case of Texas. You can't go rafting or anything like that because the virus will spread there, but it doesn't spread in the event there's a protest or something. Like, something's up, okay? What is up? I don't know, but something's up.